Hello, my name is Mark Wilson and it will be my privilege to be one of your tour historians for the Tempo Holidays commemorative tour of Italy and Montecassino. In May 2014, it will be 70 years since the famous battles for the town and heights of Montecassino, and we intend to be there alongside other Allied and Axis nations to commemorate and gain first-hand experience of the battlefields. The Italian campaign was really the forgotten campaign of World War II. Yet after 601 days of combat, it incurred over 330,000 Allied and 336,000 Axis casualties. In fact, there were more casualties in Italy than in the main European theatre post D-Day. Our soldiers had to overcome severe handicaps to prosecute what was eventually a successful campaign. The mountainous terrain, the steep valleys, the fast-flowing rivers, along with the harsh winters and a lack of resources, meant that often there was no option but for brutal frontal assaults into very well prepared defences. The Axis forces fought with skill and determination, using a series of excellent defensive lines. None was more imposing and more difficult to crack than the monastery and town of Montecassino in 1944. New Zealand had a major, if somewhat controversial, role in 2 of the 4 battles for the liberation of Cassino, and its contribution and memory ought to be passed on to future generations. To achieve this, we have designed 2 complementary tours, especially suited for our precious veterans, families and those interested in the feats of the 2nd New Zealand Division during the Italian campaign. Each tour will be fully escorted, and presentations by knowledgeable historians will greatly enhance your experience. The first tour, the Battle of Montecassino 70th Anniversary Pilgrimage, will be 9 days long and start in Rome. It will encompass the main commemorative services at Cassino as well as a visit to the Anzio beachhead. What will be unusual about this tour is that we'll be investigating the rarely visited Sangro River and Orsogne battlefields on the Adriatic coast, where the Kiwis first engaged the main European Axis forces in 1943. The second 8-day tour, the Rome to Trieste Overland Expedition, will commence immediately after the first tour. Starting in Rome, we will be following, as best we can, in the footsteps of the 2nd New Zealand Division as it fought its way up the Italian peninsula. We will be visiting the Kiwi actions at Florence, and then at Rimini and the breaking of the Gothic line. On the way, the Kiwis liberated towns such as Cesena and Fienzo. We will then cross the Po River and visit Venice, that was famously liberated by B Company 22nd Battalion, who grabbed the best hotel and then defended it against all comers. We will finish at Trieste, fittingly in the same spot as our Kiwi soldiers finished their war on the 2nd of May 1945. As well as the usual sightseeing, we hope to walk in their boots and reflect and commemorate the huge sacrifices made by our family members and forefathers, lest we forget. I really hope that you can join us for a unique pilgrimage in May 2014.